Hi, today we're going to learn how to use VPN to stay secure and private online. Wow, this is a tough job. Just kidding. When you use NordVPN, all it takes is just a single click. See for yourself. Click, and you're browsing securely on public Wi-Fi. Click, your ISP can't see what you do online. Click, and you're in a different country. Well, virtually. Any device you have there, NordVPN has you covered. Everything else is just details. But if you care to know more, NordVPN has more than 5,000 servers all over the world. It protects your sensitive data with advanced encryption, shields you from malware and phishing sites, and keeps no logs of your online activity.
Click link in the description and get 68% discount for your first order. Using wood hardener. Purchase a product like Minwax wood hardener for small projects or refinishing projects. It can help stabilize crumbling wood. Sand the surface and remove as much of the decayed wood as you can. Ideally, you want to get at the sound pieces of wood and harden them. There shouldn't be any oil or paint on the area you are treating, or it will prevent absorption. Dry the surface with a hair dryer if it has recently been wet. The surface needs to be completely dry for it to work. Set up a covered workspace. Place your wood on top. Wear gloves, a ventilation mask, and safety glasses. Shake the wood hardener can well. Pour it on a disposable bristle brush in a size that will reach all parts of the wood that needs to be stabilized. Saturate the area with the product. Apply several coats in succession to improve the strength of the wood. The surface should be shiny. Allow it to dry for 2 to 4 hours. Fill any voids with wood filler before refinishing the product. Using the salt paste method. Use this method if you want to use natural ingredients rather than harsh chemicals. It is still important to wear gloves during the application process. Dry your wood cross-section out immediately. If your air is humid, you should try to dehumidify it to ensure there isn't a lot of moisture in the wood you are trying to heat. Remember that using high heat on the wood may warp it. Mix 3 pounds. 1.4 of table salt to 1 gallon, 3.8 of water to create your paste. Mix it well with a stick. Allow it to sit for several hours. Add in cups of cornstarch one by one until you get a paste-like consistency. It should have the consistency of cake batter. Separate 3 egg yolks from egg whites. Mix the egg whites into the solution to reduce flaking. Create a stand on which to hold your wood cross-section upright. Apply a thick coat of paste to both sides of the cross-section. You want the moisture to be dried from both sides simultaneously. Air dry the discs in a well-ventilated or heated room with low humidity. This should take several days to a few weeks to dry and cure. Finish the wood as desired. Stabilizing with pentacryl. Use the pentacryl method if you have a fresh piece of wood that is in the process of drying. A cookie or cross-section of wood can be successfully treated with precautions taken to keep it drying at a steady rate. Don't place your wood cross-section in a heated place to dry until you are ready to heat it. You want to dry it slowly to avoid cracking and warping. This is the reason you are using the stabilizer. Purchase pentacryl, a wood stabilizer. Take the wood piece and your pentacryl to a well-ventilated workspace. Cover the workspace in drop cloths. Keep in mind that the amount of pentacryl you will need will depend entirely on the size of the wood. This method can be used for small cookies or very large wood cross-sections. Pentacryl can be very expensive in large quantities. Get a soaking pool ready for your wood piece. Make sure it fits in the container without touching the sides. A Tupperware is perfect for a small piece, while a kiddie pool covered in a drop cloth works great for large cookies. Place wooden slats or stickers at the bottom of the pool to keep the wood off the bottom. Pour the pentacryl over the wood cookie. Let it pool about 3 inches on the bottom. Brush the pentacryl over the top at once, especially if it is a large, thick piece, however. This is not extremely important for small, thin pieces. Cover the wood with plastic to prevent the top from drying out as it cures. Plastic drop cloths are perfect for this use. Allow the fresh wood to soak up the pentacryl. You will see the top of the wood start to darken from the inside out as it absorbs the wood stabilizer. Keep it saturated for 2 to 3 days, or up to a week with very large cookies. Move the wood cookie to a drying location once all the pentacryl is absorbed. If it doesn't seem thoroughly coated, you may want to repeat the soaking process. If it is, place it in a basement or area without direct sunlight or air movement. Sand it on end so that the moisture dries from both sides of the exposed wood. Dry for 8 weeks. If the wood is drying too quickly, cut cardboard sections and tape them over the exposed sides